Hi, I'm Jennifer Bardot, and I'm the host today. We're going to be talking about GRIT, and GRIT stands for Growth, Resilience, Intention, and Tenacity, which leads me to introducing my guest, Sally, who's a contributing author in Intention, which is launching this July. So, Sally, who are you?
Hi, I am Sally Drake. I am the owner of MSE Racing. MSE stands for Multisport Experience Racing. We put on triathlons, running races, and one gravel bike race. We also time events. We have charities and other organizations that will contact us for timing for their 5K race or another type of race, and other organizations as well. And I also coach triathletes.
That's awesome. So, how did you get into racing?
Good question. I started doing triathlons after I was running for a long time, doing marathons, and just wanted something else. The next step was triathlon. And eventually did 13 full Ironman triathlons. Loved it. It was a lifestyle. It was a very healthy, fun lifestyle with a lot of people in the community that were high achieving people, goal setters, fun. We always like to have fun, and it was just a healthy lifestyle. So I really enjoyed it and kept going for 13 full Ironman.
That's incredible. And tell people who have no idea what that means. What does it mean to do just one Ironman?
Okay, one full Ironman is a 2.4 mile swim, a 112 mile bike ride, and a full marathon. That's 26.2 miles at the end.
That's incredible. And you did that 13 times. Wow.
I learned a lot about myself.
That's what I was just going to ask. So what was that like? What did you learn about yourself? Because you literally push yourself to the limits, not once, but 13 times.
Yes. In my life at the time, before I started doing Ironman, I felt like everything was kind of comfortable. I had my accounting job. I worked out at the gym and wasn't really a big goal setter. So that allowed me to really start setting goals. When I signed up for my first one, I just had some friends that were doing it, and I thought, that could be interesting. So it was very interesting, but it helped me really set a big goal, put it out there, and then do everything that I had to do every day. You accomplish even more small goals along the way. So it really helped me grow and learn to face fears, and that was just the beginning.
Well, and I love that, and I love how you started living that lifestyle, and then you made it a business. So tell me more about that work. How did you lead into becoming an entrepreneur?
Yes. While I was a senior financial analyst for a manufacturing company, I did that for many, many years at a few different companies, and I enjoyed it. I think I enjoyed the paycheck.
Right.
The comfort of it, though, got a little bit boring for me. And to challenge myself, I did start doing the triathlons. And eventually, after I was doing some of the Ironman races, I had friends asking me to help them with a training plan, etc. And that grew into a business. I started coaching triathletes as I was working as a senior financial analyst, so it was very part-time. And then one day I had a friend in the community ask me if I wanted to open a triathlon shop with them. And I said yes. I slept on it, and I said yes. And so we did. We opened Swim Bike Run, which was in Town and Country, now is in Baldwin. One of my investors from Swim Bike Run is now the sole owner of it, and it's a resource for me.
That's awesome. That's so cool. I love that journey. And I love how you talk about you gave yourself a big goal, and then you became very intentional about fulfilling that goal, but constantly you're talking about how you push yourself out of your comfort zone. So can you give us kind of an overview of what your chapter is looking like in Intention?
Yes. I'm having a lot of fun reflecting back on those bold jumps that I took that took a lot of courage and conquered a lot of fears. So doing an Ironman, stopping my comfortable job as a senior financial analyst to open a triathlon shop, and it kept going from there. Then my next business was MSE Racing, which was actually handed to me as 2 triathlons that needed somebody to run, and I took those on, and that was in 2019, and now we have 18 different races that we put on, triathlons, running races, gravel.
And I know you personally, so I know these are not only for adults, but these are for children as well.
Yes. Yeah. We have kids races. We have splash and dashes. We have a couple of those this summer, which is a short little swim and a short little run just to get kids out there and give them the confidence to do sports like that where they don't really need a specific skill, and we keep it very, very safe. And then we also have a couple of kids triathlons, which is so much fun.
That's so cool. And I think the earlier you can start training your brain to be more resilient and be intentional about your personal growth and for your physical growth is just really beneficial. That's incredible.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's been a fun journey.
So what are some of the quotes that you live by to have such this resilient mindset and so intentional about constantly pushing yourself out of your comfort zone?
I would say just that. I was just going to say I don't know if this is the exact quote, but growth comes from getting out of your comfort zone. And I've learned that over and over again. It isn't in the front of my mind, but now I'm in the habit of when an opportunity presents itself, if it's appropriate for what I'm doing, then I take it.
Wow.
I take it on. There's always a way. When I took on MSE Racing, I pictured myself, just me, putting on the races. I thought, how am I going to do that? Well, I figured it out. I built a team. I built a crew of employees, contracted employees, and they're an amazing group of people, so hardworking. I would not be able to do it without them. So, and that's been fun. That's been a fun journey, handpicking the people to build the company. But it's a great company, and we have a lot of fun. And we have fun. It's really about growing triathlon for the community, giving these athletes a place where they can perform, where they can all of their hard work and training unfolds at these races. So we make them extremely safe, number one. Number two, exciting and easy courses to follow, etc.
And the support along the way for the prep work. Like you said, you support them and you train them. So that's really cool, because if someone's never entered into anything like that before, it can be kind of daunting and intimidating, but you alleviate that by providing the support and then the opportunity for them to show off what they've been training for.
Yes.
So that's so cool.
It's nice because as we build that type of a race, that we strive for an excellent race, an excellent experience, then the business builds. So they go hand in hand.
Absolutely.
So the intention is definitely for success in the business. That comes through being intentional with taking care of the athletes.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, and I love just your positive energy and just your whole aura about you, because it's all about everybody else, but then helping them get out of their comfort zone and doing it in a safe environment. And you said that over and over again. So that is really cool. So obviously that came probably with a lot of self-awareness. Did you ever push yourself beyond your limits?
Yeah. Quite often. Quite often. And the great thing about training properly is you can push your body beyond what you believe it can do. And that's amazing to see. And it's really fun helping other athletes do that and do it safely. That's the important thing.
Yeah. That's so cool. And I love how you said that these are high performers too, because I do feel like that takes courage to push out of your comfort zone and to do it, walk into that unknown. So what advice would you give somebody that has never, ever entered into a race or ever even thought about doing a triathlon?
Great question. I come across those people quite often, and because it seems like a challenge to them, but they don't know where to start. I would say read. There's lots of great information online. There are training plans online. Hire a coach. I happen to be a coach. There are other great coaches in the area. And then just sign up for a race. We like to offer different types of races. So in our big triathlons, we have a 5K run, pure run by itself. We have a duathlon, which is a run and then a bike and then a run. So no swim for those who are a little bit afraid of the water. And then we also have a aqua bike, which is they ride the bike and then they run and then they ride the bike. So great for injured runners.
That's really cool. Well, that's awesome. So is there anything else that you would like to share about who Sally is, your upcoming chapter in Intention, or your work?
Yes, I'm very excited about writing the chapter. And as I have gone through this journey, I'm on my third draft. It's been fun, and I've learned so much about myself and learned that, wow, I really do have a story. I have a few stories within my story. So trying to narrow that down has been fun, but it's helping me grow. And I learned that all of these experiences, and I love the sharing about the experiences of starting the businesses, because I've met so many women entrepreneurs in this group, and I feel like that's a fun, fantastic thing to focus on. And every experience I've had in starting a business has allowed me to grow in major ways. And then also there are those failures, and that's where we become resilient. And it's easier said than done, but you build it over time, over those failures, and learning to pick yourself back up, learn from it, and move on. So intention has been fun because it allows me to look back and kind of look at the why I've done what I've done and why I've grown from those experiences. So I really look forward to putting it all together.
That's awesome. Well, I can't wait to read it and see which draft you end up going with, or what other story you have within that might even come out next.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for sharing your words of wisdom and just being an incredible female leader in this racing market. I think that's so cool that you bring this to St. Louis. And thank you for being here today.
Okay. Well, thank you for the opportunity.